without God's intervening grace, we descend into moral chaos. And that's exactly what we see in Judges. So Judges is like this big slap in the face that, hey, if you want to argue about human goodness and say, well, no, we're really not that bad. Well, this is what happens not just to like the pagans. This is God's people. This is the Israelites. And look how they're behaving. I mean, you see everything from, debauchery of every kind to like kinslaying and like raising the sword against their own brothers for essentially like no reason other than just greed and violence. But that kind of leads us to another theme of the book, or kind of another thing to keep in mind and watch as you make your way through, which is how do they get there? Well, they get there within like a generation because of the dangers of worldly influence and idolatry, that when you start allowing God's people to be influenced by worldly ideas, and when God's people are more influenced by the culture around them than by the leadership of God's word, that it doesn't take long for things to get off the rails. And that's probably a good lesson organizationally for churches, within any Christian institution or organization, even within the family, that when we start looking to the world to define what's right, or we start wanting to be like the world, that things go south really, really quickly.